Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to science. So today we are moving on in the body systems and we are moving on to the circulatory system. The circulatory system's main function is to circulate blood throughout the body. And the main organ in the circulatory system is your heart. Your heart is about the size of your fist. So your heart is actually pumping every single day, whether you know it or not, when you're not even thinking about it, when you're sleeping, it is working all the time. So today, to start it off, we are actually going to find out what your resting heart rate is. Your resting heart rate is basically how fast your heart rate beats per minute when you're not really doing anything. So in order to do that, you actually need to learn how to find your pulse. So there are a few different places on your body where you can find your pulse, and I'm actually going to have someone way better trained than me teach you how to find your pulse. So I'm going to send it over to Captain Eric Zahn from the Lawrence Fire Department to teach you how to find your pulse. So take it away.
Hello, students of the Constantino Middle School. My name is Eric Zahn. I'm a captain with the Lawrence Fire Department, and I've been asked by Miss Lachati to show you how to locate your pulse. So first, we're going to do what's called your radial pulse, and that can be done by putting your fingers in the middle of your arm and sliding towards the thumb side of your arm into that little notch. You can feel your pulse right there. Now, two ways to count it. You can count the number of beats for 10 seconds and multiply that number by 6 to get your beats per minute. But the most accurate way is to set a timer for 1 minute and count how many times you feel that beat. And that will give you your pulse rate, beats per minute. Another way is called your carotid pulse. And that can be done, it's done in your neck. Again, you put your fingers in the middle of the throat and you slide them towards the ear, and you can feel the pulse in your neck. And the same rule would apply for how to count how fast your heart is beating. Okay, I hope that helps you guys, and I hope everybody's safe and healthy during this COVID-19 outbreak. I'm sure you're all looking forward to getting back to school. So remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Zahn, for that tutorial. That was super helpful. So now I'm going to go through with you how to do the experiment. So for this experiment, you need a timer. So that could be a timer on your phone, or since I'm recording on my phone, I have my computer right next to me, and I literally just Googled timer. And so I have a timer ready to go. You're also going to need that Google Doc that I shared with you on Google Classroom, because that's where you're going to record all of your data. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is find your resting heart rate. So the first thing you need to do is find your pulse, decide where you want to find it. For me, I usually can find it better on my neck than on my wrist, so that's where I'm going to go. I make sure that I can find it. And now I'm going to start my timer for 15 seconds. And as soon as I start my timer, I'm going to count how many times I feel my heartbeat in that 15 seconds. So you're waiting for that pulse, pulse, pulse. Okay? So I got it. I'm going to start my timer. I'm going to make sure it starts. Come on. Oh no, why isn't it? Oh. And time's up. So let me stop it. I'm going to record that number in my chart on the Google Doc where it says at rest after 15 seconds. So you just found out your heartbeat after 15 seconds. So you're going to enter that number in this part of the chart. So then you're going to take that number and you're going to multiply it by 4. Again, I don't care if you do this by hand. I don't care if you use a calculator. So for me, I'm going to take 18 times 4, and I get 72. So where it says beats per minute, I'm going to put 72. You're going to go through this same process again after you do the 25 jumping jacks. You're going to count the number of beats in 15 seconds, and then you will multiply it by 4 to get your beats per minute. The second part of this experiment involves you guys actually doing some exercises. So I chose jumping jacks just because I figured everyone could do it no matter where we are. So again, you're going to need that 15-second timer, you're going to need that Google Doc, and you're going to need some room to do jumping jacks. So right now, make sure you can find your pulse quickly. You're going to do 25 jumping jacks, and then you're going to find your pulse and start your timer and count for 15 seconds again. Okay, so ready? Let's start. Let me give myself some space here, and we're going to count 25 jumping jacks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, I'm going to start my timer. Come on. And check my pulse. And the time's up. So now you're gonna take that time and take that number and record it under 15 seconds under jumping jacks. So now you're going to find your working heart rate. So after some exercise, you're gonna see what happens to your heart rate. So you're gonna take that number, multiply it by 4, okay? And that is a working heart rate. That's what happens to your heart when you do some exercise, okay? So now, once you've done that, you're gonna go back to the Google Doc and answer the questions below. Again, if you need to watch this video a few times, go ahead and do that. If it were me, I'd watch it once without doing anything, then I'd watch it again with pausing in between and actually doing the work, okay? And don't forget, after you complete it, make sure you go back to Google Classroom and click Turn In, because I can't see it as your teacher until you actually click the button Turn In, okay? Email me or comment below if you have any questions, okay? Have a great day.